I was mentioning when I was introducing how you have 2 hit series. Now, this is a phenomenon. I mean, who has... You got to be... That's great. Really lucky, right?
This is great.
How'd that ever happen?
A lot of finagling.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, I was already doing First and 10 on HBO. And then a few years ago, I don't know if y'all remember this, there was a series called Filthy Rich. There was this really kind of off-the-wall comedy. And it was also written by a lady named Linda Bloodworth Thomason. And she called up one day last fall and said, I got an idea for a pilot, and would you be interested, with Dixie Carter, who was also in Filthy Rich, and Annie and Jean and myself. I said yes. That was Designing Women. And it actually got made and everything. So then there was all this mass negotiating between HBO and Columbia and CBS and everything to work it out so I could do the 2.
What's the difference between the characters? I mean, you're playing 2 parts. You got to, one's the owner of the football team, and then you're playing this woman who's married all these times. How do you keep those separate?
Well, they're just so different. I mean, Suzanne is kind of, she's frilly and fussy and everything, and everything revolves around her,
Right.
Like, if it didn't happen to her or her dog or in her backyard, it doesn't matter. And Diane on First and 10 is she's very upfront and honest, and she cares about other people. Suzanne's just real into herself.
How does Suzanne get her way? She always gets her way, right?
Yeah.
And how does she get her way?
Well, what Suzanne does is she figures first you get this man, see. So you get the man. That could take you months right there. Then you get the man to give you whatever it is that you want, you see. So she puts all her energy and effort into trapping people and getting them to do what she wants done. And Diane, on the other hand, just kind of does it herself. So Suzanne would think Diane was really kind of silly and wasting a lot of time and doing it the hard way.
But Suzanne, she has that cute little voice that she uses, right? She kind of cute. You do that voice, right? You can do that voice. Kind of cute.
What voice?
That's it, that southern voice.
Uh-huh.
Northern men go crazy for that, don't they? Don't you think?
Well, I don't know. Do y'all go crazy for it?
Yeah. Northern men. Southern men are tractor pulls. They're busy. You know what a tractor pull is? 2 tractors pull each other, and whoever wins, it goes over a line. It's a...
I guess they like it.
Now, your role, Suzanne, is that you've been multi-married. How many times are you supposed to be married?
Suzanne's been married 3 times.
3 times. Now, how about you personally?
I haven't been married at all.
You say it so happily. I mean, like, I haven't, most women, I never got married. You're like, I have never been married at all. Like, rockets are going to go off now. Didn't you ever want to get married? No?
No, I never did. Plus, I haven't met anybody that's made me want to.
Yeah, but you don't want to.
No, but I mean, I could be persuaded, if the right guy came along and did the right things.
I mean, what are the right things? Pull his esophagus out of his ear? I mean, what's the right...
I don't know. Well, you just meet somebody and sweep you off your feet, and they're the perfect person, and then it'd be worth it. Otherwise, I don't think that I want to do that.
You don't think then you would be domesticated?
I have no real great desire to get married, no.
No. How about cooking and taking care of the house, all the kind, nice?
No, that doesn't grab me either.
Nothing like that?
No.
You started out, actually, you started out with the beauty contest. I was reading that you won 18 pageants in a row, right?
Yeah.
Beauty contest and all, right?
I did that.
You were Miss Florida?
Yep.
Everyone always makes fun of those beauty contests. How did you feel when you did it? I mean, did you think...
Well,
now that it's over, you've been in the Miss America contest, right? You won, in a talent, you got a talent scholarship, blah, blah, blah. Now, let's be honest. How did you feel going into that?
At the time, it was great. I mean, I was 16 and 17 years old. It was a lot of fun. It was sort of like a hobby. You put on your little gown, and you went down the weekend, you went to some little pageant, you got a tiara and a trophy, and you pictured in the paper, and it was fun. Then it became sort of like a full-time job. But it was a lot of fun. But later... when I was at Miss America, I'd see girls that spent all their 20s moving from state to state to qualify and enter this pageant. I thought I didn't want to waste all of my 20s doing the pageants and stuff. And now it looks kind of, I look back at some of the things I did, and it looks kind of silly. So we kind of make fun of it. I parody a lot of different aspects of myself, some in the show.
What about you won a talent scholarship. What did you do on the, really, what did you do? What was your talent? Some people come out and play wax paper. That's about as talent as they are. But what was your...
My talent?
Yes.
I did Anne Boleyn in the Tower of London just before she was beheaded. I designed my own costume, and I cried real tears.
And you cried real tears. Even Anne Boleyn didn't cry real tears then.
Except that when I got up at Miss America, and they teamed me up with a neighboring state for PR and stuff, and I was teamed up with Miss Georgia, who just had the heaviest little accent you ever did hear. And I got up to do Anne Boleyn, and it came out, I can't believe that in a few moments I shall be dead. It was really embarrassing. It was very embarrassing.
Do you think in those years when you were in those beauty contests, did you think, I read a statement by you that good looks can be a handicap to a woman. You really believe that?
Well, it's sort of a double-edged sword, you know. I mean, they open some doors for you and they slam others right smack in your face, but I guess if I had to choose, I'd rather be pretty than ugly.
Yeah, right?
Because then you just kind of get the doors shut all the time, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's got to be a benefit. I mean,
if you got to choose, you know.
Yeah, if you got to choose. Quasimodo's sister never got a part in anything. Now, when you went out to Hollywood, you really did something wild. You went out to Hollywood with your grandma, right?
Yeah.
You just packed up in a car and took off.
I had my '74 Firebird, and I rented a U-Haul, and I put Ruby in it. Ruby Mae Burton from Orlando, Florida. I call her Nana, and we're real close. And so we're in this. Now, she'd heard that bandits would ambush us in the desert, so she had borrowed a gun from her sister Corinne.
Is this a play, or you tell me a real story?
No, it's true.
Yeah, this is not a movie?
No, it's true. And we did fine, except I got us glued to the road in the desert because the tire got flat, and I forgot to put that flat thing down before I put that jack down there, and it just kind of got glued to the road. That was not a pretty sight in the middle of the desert, no.
Did you meet any bandits? Did you use the gun?
No, we didn't. However, people act really weird in the desert. You know, like if they have trouble with their car, they don't want you to just help them get to the next town or, you know, give them a little bit of gas. They want all of your gas, all of your water, and all of your food.
They're called bandits.
These are like nice, normal people in the little, you know, the little station wagon with the kids and stuff. But this survival, this thing comes over them, and it's a survival thing. They get scared out there, and it's
survival of the fittest, right?
Yeah.
But you had a close call when you were flying to do promos, I understand. Because I don't like to fly, and anytime I read about anybody who doesn't like to fly, I feel an association.
You do fly.
I have to fly. What else can I do? I have to. To get the jobs, you have to. Yeah. But you had a close one, right?
Well, I mean, it's not as close as some people's that I hear their stories, but Gene Smart and I were on this plane going up to San Francisco for an appearance, and suddenly there was this real big bang kind of under my seat, and then all this smoke starts coming up I see in the window there. And I began to panic. I wanted to scream, but everybody else seemed real calm. They weren't too fazed. So I thought I wouldn't make a spectacle out of myself. I didn't scream, but we continued to put on our makeup because we figured if we were going to die, we wanted to be found looking good, you know. And then they're saying, well, we're having a little, what is that word? Trouble with the hydraulic system or something, one of those systems. Anyway, they said we're going to land on or near the runway, and Gene said, where, in the bay? Because we're coming in real low. I thought we were going to crash right into all the water. And then we land, we land, and these big fire trucks pull up and everything, and all the guys jump out, and they don't do anything. They just sit there and stare at us smoking.
Well, they don't want to get hurt.
They didn't do anything.
They're smart.
I was already, had my bags all ready to go. You know, just kind of moved the moment but I've heard scarier stories, so that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I like when people applaud when you make the landing. As if they're going to boo in case you don't. You know, crash, boo, bad landing. We'll be right back with more on that.